Well, howdy, friends and floor heads. What would you do if you found yourself hundreds of miles underground in a secret lab where a world threatening toxic virus made from the DNA of an ancient mythological creature was being created? We are playing Outgunned, the perfect RPG to turn it up to 11 and play an action movie inspired game. So, how did we get here? Our four heroes were hired to track down something called Project Medusa. Now, they tracked down the mastermind behind it, the deadly virus, a world famous philanthropist, Konstantin Stamos. And after crashing a gallows at his Greek oceanside villa, they were captured by his bodyguards. They woke up here in a cell. But after escaping, time appears to be running out. Will they track down the Nobel Prize winning scientist, Dr. Sita Khan? And will she help them find the virus or make things worse? Can they stop the research and production of the Medusa virus before it's released on the world? And if they do secure the virus, will they turn it over to their cabal of government clients that hired them? Well, we're going to play to find out after the opening titles. It's been way too long since we've played. For those of you watching video on demand, it seems back to back because you're binge watching. It's been a month since we've played. When we left the four of you, you adeptly had escaped from the cell where Konstantin Stamos had locked you up, conveniently in the research facility, apparently where Project Medusa is being worked on. You got rid of the guards. You got past the guard in front of the main gate or in front of the main door of the prison section of this facility by a keyboard to his face, as directed by Gavin to Mello Jackson. We're all dressed up now as best as we can be as guards. And one clarification, Clara, you wanted to dress up as a guard. There were women and male guards, so you have no trouble kind of phasing in. I think our big challenge is that none of the outfits quite fit Mello. He's a little bit too broad in the shoulder compared to most of the guards here in this research facility. We went down a hallway, cold concrete. You can just tell by the barometric pressure that you're far underground, and you reached a door, and a sign on the door told you that this was the Stamos Research Institute in the Greek Isles. And it's time to find out what's next.
I guess we need to get this door open, huh?
Well, if only there was a keyboard still working.
Hey. Gavin told me to hit him with the keyboard.
No,
Look,
Gavin just
I was
asked you about the
referencing-
keyboard.
You know, I was referencing that time in Costa Rica. I wasn't being literal about the keyboard.
Hey.
But, you know, I mean, job's done, you know?
I mean, we still get. We don't need a keyboard to get the door open, though, right?
Well,
Nah.
There is a keypad
Just
next
makes
to
it
it.
easier.
That's what we got you here, Gavin. Do your magic.
I'm already rifling through the desk looking for letter opener,
card.
paper clips, you know.
sticky
All right,
note
you
with the
find the
combination.
tools that you need. Are we going to try to crack this safe?
Yeah.
All right. What's our
Absolutely.
approach? I need a critical.
Mr. Wizard.
This is going to be crime and dexterity.
Beautiful. I just need three of a kind. We got
You know,
one
close.
basic, but you got 4 die left over.
I'll re-roll that.
There
you
is
go.
our critical plus an
we
extra
go.
basic. So, Gavin, you pop the plate open. We see him going in there, asking for another material, something really odd. Do they have any bubble gum in there? And we see we see finally the clink. We hear the door unlock as the keypad releases. What do we want to do with that basic, Gavin? What's a little bit extra we want here?
I think that would it be too much to say that there is something that I can use to make a phone call?
Oh, that's interesting. So let's not have something that you can make a phone call here on the keypad. But
Mhm.
in the wiring, you recognize that there is satellite phone out. And you know that if you can get to a terminal, you can make a call out based on what you've learned going through the wiring. How does that sound?
Yeah, perfect. Gives me an objective.
All right, door unlocked.
Okay. Jack, you take point.
Yeah.
I'll follow up.
Okay. So, is the door open or just unlocked?
It's unlocked.
Okay. Then, Gavin, if you'll open the door, does it open inwards or outwards?
Out.
Out. Okay. So, Gavin, if you'll just push the door open, I basically want to be about a step or so back, so I can have my rifle raised, but I don't want the barrel sticking through the door until I can see what's going on in case somebody's standing there and they can grab it. So,
Excellent. I'll push it and then make a bowing gesture for Jack, who can't open his own door. He's old, it's tough. Doorknobs, the grip strength isn't quite there anymore.
Something we haven't been doing that we should be doing is giving adrenaline. I think that's worth an adrenaline.
I agree. I agree.
Right?
Go give yourself an adrenaline, Gavin, thanks to Jack and his good sense of humor. Jack, as the door cracks open, you've got your rifle
Mhm.
aimed, but not sticking out. So it
Right.
wouldn't be very easy to notice. In fact, Gavin is smart. He just opens it up ever so slightly. Someone would have to be right there, I think, to even recognize the door has been open. You see a long concrete hallway, concrete walls, floor with this yellow strip of fluorescent lights running through the middle of the ceiling. And at the end, there is another large door. It looks like it's steel reinforced, and there are 2 guards there. They seem to be engaged in some sort of conversation. One's leaning against the wall, the other one's standing in attention, looking down towards you, but obviously not seeing the fact that the door is slightly open. They're good, like 40 yards down the way, though.
Okay. I'll hold up 2 fingers and point in that direction. And then I will turn so that I can sidestep quickly to finish opening the door and move in so that the rifle's pointed at them.
Got it. So we've got it. So you're going to move into the hallway?
Yeah.
Good. So they'll see you.
Understand?
Okay. And you're going to, with the gun aimed at them.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why I'm wanting to use my shoulder, is so that I can have, as soon as I walk into the hallway, the gun's already aimed at them before they have a chance to react and pull a weapon or anything like that.
Gotcha. So as it opens, they don't hear the door open and they don't actually see you step into the hallway. But the nature of the concrete, you're hearing the echoing of their conversation. They seem to be arguing over which one of the Backstreet Boys is in fact the true talent. And it's a pretty in-depth conversation happening right now.
Well, remember that we're in guard uniform, except for me. I'm looking like, I just hulked out. So we can probably get most of the way down there before they realize that we're not guards.
Yeah, that's true. So if they didn't initially notice me, I'll drop my rifle into a ready position.
Okay.
But obviously it would look weird if I'm pointing it at them as they're
I
walking
would
down the road.
agree.
So we can go, and I'll just kind of crouch down behind you guys as we approach them, and
Okay.
I can have my gun at the ready, my
Yeah.
rifle at the ready.
All right. So who's taking the lead, Gavin or Clara?
Clara can take point here.
Okay. So the four of you sleek down. We've got Mello kind of hiding behind Gavin and Jack. And Clara, you are coming up, and you're in a guard uniform that matches theirs. Wait, wait. Aren't you supposed to be watching the prisoners? The
We're
prisoners,
in-
they're three gentlemen and a. Hey, wait a minute.
Clara's gonna try to sucker punch one of them in the face.
Oh shit! What is going on?
All right, let's do this.
She thought about it and she realized she wasn't gonna be able to talk her way out of it.
All right, so these are lower bunker security. They have got 6 grit. Their attack is a critical. Their defense is a critical. They have 2 feats, or they have 1 feat, which is hard, or 2 feats. Sorry, hard to kill. So when they reach a hot box, not only do they gain adrenaline, but it stops any additional grit from that attack. So it kind of like a hard to kill type thing.
Mhm.
And then they are fighters. Enemies are experts in hand-to-hand combat. The heroes suffer -1 when rolling to hit the enemy without firearms or ranged weapons. And then I won't talk about what their adrenaline can be spent on. So they have a special action they can
Why is
spend
it always
adrenaline on.
fighting?
So as always, the 4 of you get to go first. It sounds like our first approach is going to be by Clara with a sucker punch. Clara, we need a critical. What's our approach?
Okay. Hear me out.
Okay.
Clara has determined the only way to get through this is gonna be brute force. There's no way that they can fake outside of just an outward glance to actually be part of the guards.
That's
At this
definitely
point.
true.
So they're just gonna need to shut these guys up as quickly as possible. And
Okay.
although she knows her punch is not gonna have a lot of power behind it, the surprise of it all should give the rest of the group an opportunity to try and shut them up quickly.
All right. So what's the attribute? What's our skill?
Oh, before we start, take an adrenaline for that.
You like that? I like it
Yeah.
too.
Thank you. Well, I'm about to use one
Wait.
because, as we discovered before tonight's game, I've been cheating on accident.
Yeah, let's talk about Allie Cheater McCheaterson. So her outsmart ability, which is really powerful, allows her to switch things out. Now, one thing real quick, actually, let me double check it here because I think it's only on, is it only on reaction rolls?
Ooh.
Let's take a look here. So outsmart, make an action or reaction roll. So it is both. It allows her to swap in an attribute for another. We've been just allowing her to do it because none of us realized that you have to spend an adrenaline to use this feat. So we are going forward, we're going to do it the right way. So we do need an adrenaline from you. And what are we swapping in and how do we justify it?
Okay, so like she already said, she knows there's no other way to
Right.
get these guys to let them pass. So this, I think, would be using outsmart to swap out no as the skill. I
Mhm.
think it should be brawn and no.
Love it. Let's do it. We need a critical. We just need 3 of a kind.
It's a shift when I'm doing it.
Yep.
I can tell it's been a month.
All All right, so we've got a pair, which is a basic. You've got 3 dice. You just need another set of bullets to hit that critical.
We're gonna go for it.
Let's do it. And we get our critical. That's going to take a grit. So you sucker punch the one guy from below, and he goes, "Hey, wait a minute. There's 3 guys in a what?" Boom! Clock him under the chin. He goes back into the armored door. Who's next?
I pop up like Jack in the Box, and Superman punch the other guard.
Very nice. Very nice. What's our combo?
Brawn and fight.
Brawn and fight. I need 3 of a kind.
Let's see.
Their defense is critical. You got 2 basic, my friend. Now you get a free reroll, don't you?
Yep, I get a free reroll. Let me close
So
up
you
this.
don't risk those 2 basic.
Yeah, because of my martial arts.
Yep.
There we
You
go.
end up with a critical and a basic. That's going to get you another grit. They are down to 4 grit. They're about to hit one of their hot boxes. You described me the Superman punch on the second guy.
So, as as I'm slightly surprised and also turned on by Clara's sucker punch, I pop up and be like, "Ha ha," and be like, "Here's something for you," and just lunge at him with the Superman punch right in the face.
Oh, so they are now banged. Both of them are banged up against the door. Now have not been using the fighter's ability. You guys are supposed to be at a -1 here. I just remembered, but that's my fault, not yours. So we'll just remember going forward. Gavin or Jack.
Gavin spots the alarm panel on the wall that these guards will surely go to if we start kicking their trash. And that will bring all kinds of holy hell down on us. So I am going to very quickly move to that panel and disable it using my crime and dexterity. Actually,
Excellent.
can I do crime and fix?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Crime and fix.
Seem
You
outcome.
you'll need a critical. And before you roll, real quick, something I like about this situation, right? We're wearing down the ability of this group to be a factor in this scene. So Clara did it by punching. Mello did it by punching. Gavin's doing it by getting rid of backup and the ability to do backup, but it's still going to cause grit damage. It's still going to reduce their presence in this scene, which is something I really like about this, because you don't have to be a fighting character in a fight to have an effect and to wear down the enemy. So again, Gavin, I need 3 of a kind.
Cool. Here we go.
Boy, you guys, first rolls are
Choose basics.
just close enough. You got 2 pairs. You just need to pair one of them with 2 dice
Now I
left.
do have hacker. You're a computer wizard. Gain a free reroll for all rolls about computers to hack a system or to bypass IT security measures.
Done. That's a free reroll for you, Gavin.
Feels like it fits. Let's see what we get.
There it is.
There we go.
Right. So we hit their adrenaline box. They're not going to take any more damage from that, but you only did 1 critical, so it doesn't matter. They gain an adrenaline, and I'm going to go ahead and spend it to do their counter. After a hero is dealt a blow, the enemy quickly counters with a sharp blow. The hero loses the same amount of grit as the enemy. Roger, as Gavin goes in there, is disabling the big red button that's by the door. One of the guys backhands and knocks you, and your face hits the concrete. Take 1 grit damage for me.
Ow!
Jack.
Okay, so the one that just hit Gavin,
Yep.
I'm going to take my rifle and I'm just going to hit him with the butt of the rifle.
Perfect.
So I'm
You'll be at a
figuring-
-1 because this
Yeah.
is still hand to hand,
Right.
and they have got
That'll
that
be-
fighter's ability. What is your
Fight.
approach?
I'm thinking brawn fight.
Love it.
Okay.
And
And
just shy.
because we were just allowed to get new feats, I took the martial artist feat because I
Very
keep
nice.
not being able to shoot, so I get a free reroll.
You do. Martial arts gives you a free reroll. In the process of all of this adventuring, you have gotten better. Okay, so you've only got down to one thing. So you swing it with the butt of the rifle. What happens so it doesn't cause grit damage?
So when I go to swing, I'm actually having to dodge Mellow and sorry, I can't remember her
Clara.
character's name.
Clara.
Clara, thank you. I'm having to try to dodge around them, and I end up hitting the door instead of them.
We see sparks fly off as the butt of the rifle hits the steel metal door. It is really crowded. It's just like the Captain America elevator scene, right? You guys are just all right on top of each other. Fight. They're just going to start swinging at the four of you. So for each one of you, I'm going to need a brawn fight reaction. Let's start with you, Jack. You need a critical to not get hit.
Is this still -1?
This is, let's see here. Heroes suffer -1. Rolling to hit the enemy. So no, not on a reaction roll. All right, two basic. Martial artist allows you to re-roll it, even on a reaction. Ooh. So, it's the rule of 3 here. So 3 basic equal a critical. 3 criticals equal an extreme, which you got 4 of a kind here. You only need 1 of those criticals. You can save 2 other criticals to assist your friends as they do their reactions.
Yeah.
All right. So one takes a swing at you. Jack, as the butt of the rifle comes back, you adeptly pull back without any difficulty, throwing him off guard, and we'll see if that can help somebody in the future. Next reaction, let's have Clara. As Clara gets punched, same thing. I need a brawn fight critical reaction.
All right, we're gonna go for it. Ruh-roh.
We might see a critical handed out here real quick. Let's do a reroll. There's no. Oh no, you can't do your reroll.
Yeah.
No
You need
rerolls
your
because
single
nothing to risk.
Clara
Would you
does
like
not
to
have any
assist
reroll.
Clara from getting hit?
So since I've got, I had the rifle in between the two of them, as the guy lunges for Clara, I use it to block his shot.
Fist is coming right to Clara's face. The butt of the rifle knocks it, and he punches it right into the concrete wall. Let's go to Mello. Mello, I need a fight brawn for you to avoid getting hit. Their attack is a critical, which means you need a critical to avoid taking 3 damage. You got 3 basic, which is a critical, right? So rule of 3s. You did it the hard way.
Mello
what I
always
do.
has to be difficult, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So we see Mello blocking the punches as they're being thrown at him. Last but not least, Gavin.
Ooh boy.
Oh,
Tough with 3 dice. You paired nothing. But luckily, Jack also saves you. How's that happen?
Same thing. I'm guessing it's probably the same guy. The arm's on Clara's side, and so I'm just basically twisting the once I've gotten the rifle into him, I'm twisting it to knock his arms apart.
I'm imagining like a Jackie Chan movie with the butt of the rifle just block,
Exactly.
Wrapping the strap around his fist.
Exactly.
Good
One of
thing I
them
was in drill
reaches
when
for
I
the
was
red
in,
button and goes boom, and realizes that the alarm doesn't go off. It is 4 action rolls now for the 4 of you. Who's got the first one?
ladies first. Clara started this, so this
This is true. Clara did start this.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just making her go first so that she doesn't finish it like she does every other combat.
We see right through you.
When I told Claire to take the lead on this, I thought there would be a little more conversation.
All she needs is an impossible here is 3 criticals that takes him out.
That's a fair point. All right. The pressure is on. Clara. What is Clara going to do? Clara is, so we've got Jack doing some Jackie Chan shit with the gun with one guy. He's
Yep.
occupied. The other one got hit back pretty good against the wall,
Yeah, but they're back swinging. Everybody's on 2 feet right
back swinging. Clara wants to try to goad him into lunging at her so that she can use the forward momentum to like get him off of his feet.
now. Absolutely love that. What's your approach?
So for this, I am thinking should probably be
Smooth speech.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah, that works.
You like
Smooth
that?
speech. I like it.
Beautiful. Smooth speech to try to get him to overextend himself and take a swing at you and knock himself off off balance. We got a pair, but you got 4 dice sitting there. Now, do you have a feat that lets you get a free reroll here?
I have a free reroll when I'm seducing or making a good impression, and I don't
Neither of
think
that
that's
is
what I'm
happening
trying
right
to do right now.
So this would be a risk for you.
So we'll do a regular reroll.
Yep. All
Ooh.
right. You've lost one of your basics and you are down. So you take a swing, or no, you. So what do you say to him to try to goad him into taking a swing at you?
Well, actually, I do have a spotlight.
Okay.
She is spotlight queen.
I'm really good at the 50-50. That's all that is.
And
So I
so
think
you
that
want
this is a
to go
good
ahead and use your
time to use
spotlight?
this. We're going to go ahead and use this spotlight
Now,
here.
how many spotlights do you have?
I have 2 right now.
You have 2. This would give you, you can use it to get an extreme success, which is automatically 3 criticals, right? And it will end this. So you want to go ahead and use your spotlight?
Go ahead, Clara. It's okay. Bella won't be mad.
I'm thinking I might need to save it for. This is just the first little scene.
This is a speed bump. Getting past it would be nice. Saving it would be nice too. You're gonna flip a coin at the end of the spotlight. You still might have 2 spotlights.
True. You know what? Sometimes failing forward is more fun, though.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
You're gonna
I
hold
think
off.
I'm gonna hold off on it.
All right. So Clara tries to goad him. He doesn't pay any attention to her. He's too busy, getting knocked left and right by the butt of a rifle. Who is next?
I'll go next.
All right.
So I look at Clara as she tries to. What do you want to do? Ask this guy out on the date, and I roundhouse kick him.
Oh, all right. Roundhouse kick.
I'm gonna do brawn and force on this one.
Hoist, push, pull, or break things.
No, it's fight. It's fight.
Yeah, I think it's fight. Yeah, I think fight fits better. Fight enemies with barehanded or in close quarters. So let's do a fight. You need a critical. You got yourself a basic. You got a free reroll with your martial arts.
Yeah. Let's go reroll.
The roundhouse kick comes around.
Oh.
And you still only get a basic. He is ready this time. He puts both arms up, blocking your kick. Now, you still, by the sheer force, knock him backwards, but you don't do any damage. We have got 2 ineffectual turns and 2 more to go.
Craig, can I go all in?
Oh, you sure can.
I'm going to go all in.
All right.
We got to get this over with. There we go.
And then we got our critical. So he blocks it. What does the all-in look like?
So he blocks it. He catches my leg. And I'm like, oh, here's something else for you. I got another foot. Bop.
So you lift yourself off the leg that he's holding and hit him with like a scissor kick?
Yes.
Try and take an adrenaline for that, please. I love that image.
You knock him to his knees. They've got 2 grit left. I've got 2 actions left. I need a Gavin and a Jack.
Sure. I mean, I'm already playing with one guy. I'm just going to try to hit him in the face with the butt of the rifle again.
All right. Sounds like a brawn fight to me. I just need 3 of a kind with your martial arts. All right. Similar situation. We can't seem to get it on our first try here, but you get a free reroll with your martial arts.
That works.
There's an extreme with a basic. That is going to
Nope,
get
it's
us
a crit
down.
and a basic.
I'm sorry. Yeah, a crit and a basic. That's what I meant to say. Thank you. All right. That gets him down to 1. Potentially, everybody hold on a second. Could Gavin finish the fight?
Gavin.
As
Could.
Donald is just
Gavin.
bludgeoning this guy with the butt of his rifle. The other guy just got kicked, caught it, kicked again in the face. Gavin standing there, potentially could take them out. What's he do?
Gavin reaches into his back pocket, something he grabbed from the desk he was hoping to take home with him. A vintage, all metal swing line stapler that he really liked. And he gives it a little kiss and just chucks it at the guy's forehead.
All right, beautiful. God,
So
I keep
this will
forgetting
be,
to give you guys
nerves
-1,
and
but this is
shooting.
not a -1 here because you are not using this for hand to hand. You're throwing this damn thing.
Yep.
So it's gonna be a nerve shoot.
All right.
Got a pair.
I gotta push it.
Got to do it. We need 1 more heart.
Oh,
Oh, we got 2 basic. You still can go all in.
No, I can't because I would have to have something left to
Oh,
roll.
it's true. Yes, true. You have nothing left to re-roll. All right, we've got
Do we,
4 reaction roll. Oh, go ahead.
Do we have another critical in the weight, or did we use them all?
That's only on reaction
reaction.
rolls.
That's not
It's only reaction.
Yes,
Sorry.
only
Sorry.
on reaction rolls that you can
Yeah.
share extra successes here.
Okay.
All right, so Gavin, you're far enough away throwing that stapler. You're not going to get the worst of it. I think double kick Mellow Jackson is going to get hit. I'm again going to need a brawn fight, and I need a critical defense for you not to be hit for 3 damage.
All right.
As fists are flying.
All right. Brawn fight. Here we go.
That is 2 pairs. We just need another 2 pair or pair up one of those.
Here we go.
With martial arts, we get a basic and an extreme. You have 2 criticals that you get to hand out as we continue to go. I'm picking the right person to go first, aren't I?
Yeah.
All right. Next one is going to be Clara. Clara, fist throwing at you. I need a fight brawn for you not to get hit as Mel Jackson is blocking punches left and right.
I think I'm gonna try and outsmart this one
All
instead of
right.
continuing to fail with a brawn fight.
Spend the
Well, spend the adrenaline.
Yep, spend the adrenaline. And what are you going to swap in here? Instead of brawn, what are we using?
So the goading didn't work, but at this point they're already swinging at me. I'm gonna try to move with the fist and get him to kind of like dive over my back.
Perfect.
Get him.
Brawn, no, is what it sounds like to me. So we're replacing
Yes.
fight with no. Need an extreme for you not to get hit here. Perfect timing. You've been analyzing as they've been swinging their fists. We've got our basic. You gonna risk it? Now
Of
let's talk about
course.
here. Here it matters a little bit more, right? Because if you risk it and fail to get to a critical or at least another basic, you're going to take 2 full damage. Right now, if you don't do anything, you'll take 2 of the 3 damage because that 1 basic will reduce damage by 1.
I think we're gonna risk it.
Let's do it. Let's get another one of those little
Have a good
eyeballs.
One more.
Re-rolling 3 dice. All right. Good news is you improved it. So you're only going to take 1 damage. So as the punch comes in, you're not taking the full brunt of it, Clara. What happens? You're going to get hit a little bit, but not by all of it.
I mistimed when I ducked down to have him roll over me, and he actually like knocked his head into mine. So
Inadvertent headbutt to Clara.
So
All
I'm okay
right.
with risking my fight if Mello wants to use one of his. Because Mello's still got 2 extremes in the bucket.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true, Mel. If you want to give that to Clara, you can stop
Oh,
that
yeah,
headbutt.
yeah. Oh yeah, I'll do that. Yeah.
All right. So Clara, go ahead and
Go
take.
on.
regain that grit as Mello knocks him a little bit off balance and prevents that headbutt from happening. All right, last but not least, Jack. Fists are flying.
Directed.
3
That
basic. That counts as a critical. You avoid getting hit as well. I'm going to need 1 success, 1 crit from somebody to get past these guards. Who's going to take our first action?
Well, I mean, I think Mello still has his legs around one of the guards, so you may want to do it.
All right, I'll take.
Come on, Thunder Thighs.
Yeah.
Ah,
Choke him out.
Crush
Choke
him like
out.
a watermelon.
Sleeper hold. Parkour.
You end this. Tell me how it happens.
So after I see the guard take a shot at Clara, I grab him. I grab his arm back, flipping him judo style, and onto his back, and driving my my fist into his face while he's on the ground.
There is another keypad there. Gavin, it looks real familiar. You try that same code that you picked up from jamming the last one, and you hear the click, and it unlocks.
I look back at Clara and says, "You were flirting with me back there, weren't you?"
Someone's got hit in the head a lot.
Yeah.
Well, it got us through these guards, didn't it?
Yeah, but you would have fussed at me if I would have did that. I'm just saying.
All right, what are we doing?
All right, so I guess the same thing. We just slowly. I'll open the door for you this time, Jack. Someone had a little attitude about that.
So, what do I see when I peer through the crack in the door?
So this time you see a much shorter hallway with a series of doors, and each of these doors seem to be marked with nameplates. 3 of the nameplates are names you do not recognize, but the last one on the left has a name on it you do recognize. Dr. Sita Khan.
Hey, before we go, are these clothes any bigger for Mello?
No.
Damn it.
No. You are wearing this for the rest of this scene.
Okay.
Don't,
Okay.
I'm enjoying hulked out Mellow way too much.
Hey, Clara, do you think before we go down there, you can give Mello some tips? Because once we hit Silicon, then, that outfit may help us convince her to join our side.
This is a good point, actually. Just flex the muscles a little bit. We may need to check and see if this is her flavor, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, so y'all trying to pimp the Playboy now? Okay, I don't have a problem with that.
I can't be the only one.
As I kind
Be
of brush the
flattered.
dirt and as I kind of brush the dirt and the splatter the blood off me.
2 guards are on the ground. So we're working our way down to Dr. Sita Khan's office.
Yeah.
You get there.
So as we go down, I am going to pay attention to the name, memorize the names on the other doors, just because you don't have to give them to me now, but I just want to have it in case it becomes relevant later.
Got it. We are both, all 4 of us are standing in front of her apparent office door.
Okay, before we go in, we're not killing her first, right? Just want to
Right, correct.
make sure of
We
that.
need
okay.
her.
Okay. Just wanna make
Can
sure.
we hear any voices from inside the door?
You cannot. Absolute
And
silence.
remember, we've rescued her brother because she may not know that, and she may be reticent to help us because she's afraid her brother's still in danger.
Right. Good point. All right. Well, we got the guard uniforms on. We can just kind of knock and just open the door as security check. I mean, y'all have security things on. I got Robinson Crusoe Island.
Purple pants and a torn
Right.
up white t-shirt.
Right. got all the short guards today, So I knock on the door, security check, and just open the door.
No answer. Oh, then you open the door?
Yeah.
So you open the door, Mello, and you see a pretty spacious office, modern furniture, all four walls, including the wall that has the door that you're walking into it, are covered in bookshelves with books double stacked deep, just books upon books. You can see a framed photo of what appears to be Sitta's family, her parents, herself, and a face that you're familiar with, her younger brother, is on the desk. It is a very simple office, computer screen on there, and standing behind the desk in this office is a middle-aged Indian woman, very composed. She's got dark hair streaked with gray, and it's tied back into a very neat bun. She's got very sharp features, and she's got lines on her face that show more wisdom than they do age. She's got a lab coat, and under it, a very well-tailored blouse. Her hands are gloved, and she has a mask covering her face, like an N4 mask. What is probably the most prominent thing you notice is the P9 pistol she has pointed at you. Don't move.
Oh, ho, ho. We become his friends. Dr. Sita?
I don't have any friends.
Oh, well, we're here to be your new friends then.
I have enough friends.
Well, do
You just
you
said
have...
you didn't have any. Oh, maybe 0 is enough. I get it now.
She seems to be moving to the edge of her desk with her hand.
Oh, ho, ho. I popped my rifle up. Now, we are here because we're good friends and we got your brother out.
What do you mean you got my brother out?
Your brother is safe. We found him.
How?
He was being held in the basement of my man's chateau.
We see there was a party and a tango, and then there was a tango, and then we ended up in the basement, and we found him locked up in the basement.
So Stamos no longer has control over him?
Correct.
Get in the office, close the door.
Okay. So we're all friends
And
now. We're going to put
suddenly
the
she
P90
wants
now.
friends.
She puts
Yeah.
she puts the pistol down on the top of her desk.
All right.
She
I
says-
lower my rifle.
Don't get too close to me.
What?
He's injected me with the Medusa virus. I'm going to be contagious any minute now.
Oh. What is this Medusa virus?
It's a deadly bloodborne virus. He's trying to make it airborne now. And I've told him that I will not do any more work on this. This was supposed to be a cure-all for any genetic diseases, and he's twisted it into something deadly, and I refused to work on it. And then he took my brother, and I have now been trying to sabotage it as best as I can. But he's figured it out, and he's isolated me to my office. He won't let me near the lab. I don't have much time left. I'm going to die, but you've got to save the world.
All right, Dr. Khan. Okay. What do we need to do to stop him from getting the virus out?
So I built in a failsafe, just in case the virus were to escape the compound. If there was a leak or anything, under the main desk by the main container holding the Medusa, there's a 9-digit code. If you put this code in, it will start the self-destruct sequence and cause the entire bunker to collapse on itself, forever burying this virus. But you'll only have 30 seconds to get out.
Always 30 seconds.
We've done it in less.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What's the code, Gavin? I need you to turn on that computer brain of yours. Remember,
It's a
Yeah, and
reaction.
never turn it off.
It's a reaction code. I have to give you the first 3 digits. You have to read the next 3 digits back to me. And then I have to calculate the final 3 digits to continue the sequence. So here, and she slides to you these little 4 earpieces. Put these in your earpiece. I can communicate with you the whole time. Once you get in the lab, put in the first 3 numbers, 177, and then tell me the readout, and I'll give you the next sequence.
177.
Whatever happens, though, you can't shoot any guns or do anything inside of the lab. If the glass containing the Medusa were to crack and that virus were to be released, not only would we die, but most of Greece would die as well. It would get into the water supplies. They may have already made it airborne. No,
Okay.
Don't get so close to me.
Okay. Where's this main lab?
She gives you directions. 2 doors, staircase, 2 doors.
All right.
What kind of security is between us and that?
It's very hard to say. The lower bunker security is a lot tougher than the upper bunker security. I don't know if you've encountered any of them. You must have if you've made it this far.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
If you have a chance, I've hidden containers of the virus in a suitcase near that code box. If you can get it out of here, we can make sure that I can then work on it more and turn it into the cure-all I hope it can be. But no, I won't have time. I'll be dead by then.
well, we're sorry about what happened to you, and but be assured that we got your brother out and he's safe.
Yeah.
And we'll do what we do best: save the world.
Yep. Sounds like it's a Tuesday.
So you guys take the earpieces and you can communicate directly with each other as well as with her. Following her directions, slipping by a couple guards, you guys get to the main door of this secret lab.
Okay. Jack, no shooting.
Understand.
Mellow, no shooting.
So since we're at the main door, I'm actually going to take the rifle off and I'm going to set it down at the door so that instincts don't kick in. And then, but as we're running out, okay. So before we open the door, do we know how to get to the exit? Because I don't want to get lost down here on a 30-second timer.
Great.
So someone comes through on your earpiece. It's Sitakhan. She goes, when you put in the code, I'll give you the directions directly to the elevator. So it'll take you up to the helipad. And you guys can just take one of the choppers that are up there and get out of here.
Okay.
Now we're all looking at each other. Who knows how to fly a chopper?
I've logged so many hours in Microsoft Flight Simulator. It can't be any harder than that.
Okay. Take an adrenaline, sir.
Yes.
I actually trust Gavin on that one.
Right. It'd be like me. I'm good on the flight simulator. I'm bad at the landing in the flight simulator. You know.
No, I don't
Probably
share
just
that.
jump out again.
Right. Okay.
Would this lab door happen to have one of those safety glass screens in the middle so we can kind of see inside?
Yeah. In fact, if you peek in on it, it's a little foggy, right? It's kind of like a real thick glass, so you don't get a perfect view. But from what you can tell looking into it, you're seeing some sort of very large vat full of a green bubbling liquid that takes up the majority of the room. It's huge, like 15 foot in diameter, like 20 feet tall. There seems to be a shadowy figure of some sort floating in the middle of it. There's tubes and wires coming off this vat leading to concentric circles of desks that all have computer CRT monitors on them, and tons of people in lab coats and different stations working on things.
Okay. What Doc? What desk is the code under?
Do you see the double monitor desk in the front center? What you do. That's my main workstation. I have it hidden in the back of the front drawer on the right-hand side.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, it's gonna be tight.
So how are we going to clear the room of all the scientists?
We could come in, those of us that are in the guard uniforms, and we could let them know that we're doing an evacuation for a drill.
I like that.
Okay.
It doesn't
Good
involve
sell,
any shooting up in the air, telling everybody to get out.
And let's be honest, these are scientists. They're not exactly the fighting type. So
Right.
if we need to resort to threatening them to get them out, I think we could do that. But
Yeah.
we can try and get these people out peacefully first.
Okay. I'll go with
Okay.
that. And Gavin, we're gonna need your computer skills, sir.
I'm on it.
All right. We'll.
You distract the scientists. I'll get to the desk.
Sounds like a plan. Jack, we'll cover Clara 6, Clara and Gavin 6.
Yep.
All right. Let's go Voltron Force.
What are you
All
doing?
right.
All
Here
right,
we
I
go.
guess Claire's gonna straighten up in the uniform and open the door with an air of confidence, stepping into the room.
Nobody turns to look at you. You have one woman, young woman in a lab coat. She goes, either in or out. Close the door. Doesn't even look at you, just waves.
We are conducting a fire drill. Everyone needs to practice their evacuation routes.
Same woman grabs a clipboard. She goes, that's not scheduled till 8 o'clock. What are you talking about?
We're practicing an emergency. Why would we tell you exactly when it would happen?
I think I need a critical here. What is our approach to convince them that this is, in fact, a true drill?
I think smooth speech could work here.
I think that works as well. So give me a critical, super easy peasy.
Sure. Easy peasy.
Here it is.
Easy peasy.
Well, I guess that makes sense. Okay, staff, you know the drill. Single file, put on your masks, head straight out, and go to the containment area down at the end of the other hallway. And she turns to you. She goes, "How are we going to know when it's safe for us to come back?" They're all putting on those same N4 masks.
They've given the direction that they're going to blast a all clear signal.
Yeah.
One short two.
One short two means it's not a drill.
Again, we're practicing an emergency.
Somebody will come get you. This is on a timer. Go, 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 go.
And like good little drones, every one of these scientists in their lab coats put on their masks and they head out, leaving the four of you. They give Bello a few looks on their way past him in the lab, but they file out. You are now in this bunker of a lab with this huge vat of green liquid in the center, and you can see just a shadowy figure of somebody floating in there, but it's too clouded. It's very, very hard to see like who it might be. And there's all kinds of pumps and gears and vials and Bunsen burners and computers and data being flipped around and going.
Don't geek out on me, Gavin.
I'm already heading for the desk.
So you head towards Citicon's main console desk. You get there, you pull that left drawer open, and just like she said, there's a keypad at the bottom that has wires leading back into the desk itself. It's got a digital readout on the top and a full 0 to 9 keypad.
Excellent. So I will punch in the 177.
punch in 177. It comes back 054.
Dr. Khan?
Yes, are you in?
Yes. 054 is the next
So
sequence.
you put in the 176.
No, but in 177.
I'm glad you were listening. What is the number that came back?
054.
054. 054. Carry the 2.
We're talking quadratic, logarithmic.
Seven,
What's the
times of
exponential?
Divided by pi. Okay, the next sequence.
Divide by pi.
449.
Now, Dr. Khan, I don't mean to question, but are you sure you don't want to just take a moment, maybe write that out?
I'm sorry. There's two people in this conversation. One has a Nobel Peace Prize or Nobel Prize. Which one is it?
Oh.
I mean, you don't know.
Put in the sequence. Tell me the next 3 numbers.
449 is what you said. Yes.
That's correct.
Okay. Here it goes. I'll
You put
punch
in 449. What comes back? What's the next 3 numbers?
3, 8, 4.
384. 384. Okay. All right. So let me just do the calculations. And I'm going to give you 3 more numbers. When I give you these last 3 numbers, and you type them in, that's going to start the timer. You're going to have to listen to me very closely for me to give you directions to this elevator. Do you understand?
Yeah, we got that.
Got it.
Are the
Is
rest of the team
there-
members ready?
Is there that clipboard that scientists had that had the emergency drill schedule on it? Does it happen to have a map of the evacuation zones?
It doesn't, but that would be nice, wouldn't it?
It's just
So-
we're putting a lot of trust in this woman right now.
She goes, "Are you ready? I've got the next 3. Oh, no, 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 no. I can't. They put in the first 6 numbers. We can't stop we can't." And it cuts off.
Oh shit.
Okay, I'm heading to the door to grab my gun.
Yeah.
I'm going into the hallway, but I make sure I have the rifle in case security shows up.
So, Gavin, it flashes the last 3 numbers again at you. And it says input ?
Okay, so she was spouting off some things about what she was calculating,
Oh.
right?
Yes.
She was talking it through. What are the chances that with my brilliant mind, I can reverse engineer the equation that she was working through with the numbers?
So I love this. I never would have thought of this, and this makes me really happy. This is why I love playing with the 4 of you. I am going to make it an extreme.
Oh,
Can I
what is
assist him?
You could, yep. So if you want to assist him,
I-
you'll give him an extra die.
I think I'd rather use my spotlight.
Oh.
So, so Gavin just grabs a whiteboard from the wall and just rips it off, slams it on the desk, and just starts scrawling numbers like freaking beautiful minding
Beautiful mind.
it. Yeah, just like, and he's like glancing over at the keypad as it's like flashing.
Meanwhile,
Clara
Bella
goes,
and Jack are out in the hallway.
You forgot to carry the 1. You forgot to carry the 1. All right, you got the last 3 numbers. Let's go ahead and first let's see if you get to keep that spotlight.
Let's see. No,
All right,
I
spotlight.
don't
is
have
going
that
down
Clara
to
luck.
You're out of spotlights. You got your extreme success. You put in the code, and the timer starts. 30 seconds.
Absolutely. All right, time to boogie.
Gotta book it out of there.
Yeah.
Where is out of there?
Oh, I have no idea.
Okay, so the scientists that were leaving, they left and they took this direction in the hallway so they could go to a containment unit. I do not believe that containment unit would be in the same direction as an exit to a helipad. We need to get to either a staircase or an elevator to get us up. Probably an elevator because we are several miles below the ground.
So the one thing I'll say is that we established a couple episodes ago, Clara, that you are very good at like architecture and spatial. Does that sound right? Because didn't you use that at the villa?
I did.
Yeah.
All right. If you want to give me a critical success, I think that you have seen a similar setup and maybe be able to find that elevator.
Of course, that one time that I read that architecture
It's an old
book
Cold
on
War bunker.
Greek prisons.
Bad guy architecture.
Monthly.
Right.
I did my second PhD on that, obviously.
You know, if there's anyone who'd read building regulations about mines, it's Clara.
It's true.
Too basic. We just need one critical.
We can do this.
We could do it. Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So no, you can't. There's too much that's different. It's a little. It's obviously a custom build research bunker. It wasn't in the last 6 issues of Bad Guy Bunker Monthly. So
Can I ask the group a favor?
Yes.
The guards that we've been dealing with are probably hearing the alarm. Could we blow up?
So there's no alarm.
Oh, there's no alarm.
No, this was a secret self-destruct that
okay.
she built in. So
Okay.
nobody knows it's happening.
Okay, then my plan wouldn't work because it would require people to know.
Okay. Let's run to
TikTok.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's run to where the containment unit is, and say, "Hey, this drill has gone to the next level. It's time to all of us boogie to the elevator. Which way to the elevator?"
Okay.
Do we have
We
time
could
to
ask
do
them.
that? Because
Well, it's either that or we fly blind,
yeah,
which I don't
true.
have a problem with either.
Okay, so that would fix the issue that I had. Because what I was going to say is, could we use our backup plan B for
Oh,
this?
You definitely could.
And we could use the scientists for the backup.
So what you want to do, and this is a great time to do it, is to use a plan B, which is a mechanic. You get 3 plan Bs total in an adventure. We're getting towards the tail end of this adventure. You guys haven't had to use any of them yet. In no way is that reflective of the fact that Clara was using her abilities without adrenaline.
No, of course not.
So you're going to go ahead and use your plan B backup in order to be able to convince the scientists. Now, let's really lean into this. Let's have Jack recognize one of those scientists.
Okay.
So you know one of these scientists, and it took you a second to realize how you knew them. Let's cut to you at the containment unit. At the containment unit, you see the scientist that you recognize, and you call them over to you.
Hey,
Can I help you out there?
yeah, go ahead.
It's the lady that you dance with at the party.
Okay, that works. Yeah, I was thinking somebody had done some weapon testing with, but I like the lady instead.
Yeah, she's a little bit of an older lady,
Yeah.
and you call her over, and she goes, I didn't think you'd recognize me with my hair up.
I'm glad I did. And right now we have a little bit of a problem. We need to leave very quickly. The vat may be
Just the 2 of us?
heavy. Well, hopefully with everybody, because the vat's about to have a leak.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So you see, we thought everything was okay, but they asked us,
Get to the point.
the reason for the drill was we thought they were concerned there was a leak. They wanted us to check it. There is a leak. We need to leave now,
But our love can't be forever if there's no forever.
which is why we need to leave now.
Can you get us all out?
Hopefully. Let's go.
How fast can y'all run?
Yeah.
Real fast. You want to get to elevators?
Yes.
Up to the helipad?
Yes.
And she takes you there. We get up to the top of the helipad. The elevator dings open. You'll only be able to fit the 5 of you. Our new scientist friend, Tango Dancer, and the 4 of you. There's time for that elevator to come back down to pick up the rest. You get to the top of the helipad. There's a helicopter about 2 foot off the helipad. You can see Sita Khan tied up inside of the chopper. Standing on the rail at the door is Constantine Stamos. You idiots. I'm going to fly away with her right now, and you can't do anything. Do you want to know why? Because the only antidote to the poison in her blood is in my blood.
Game
As
on!
the chopper starts to lift away, the 4 of you turn and see 2 other choppers on the helipad. What possibly could happen next? Let's find out after the break. So as Bella goes, Stamos! We see the chopper lifting off, and you guys are actually on the ground, still like below ground level because you're in a quarry, in a rock quarry. We see the chopper take off, start to head towards kind of one of the crevices inside of the quarry. Gavin, you look around, you can see there's 2 other choppers there.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Gavin.
Head over there.
Claire's muttering to herself about how it's a quarry. I didn't take that into account when I was thinking about it.
Of course, that's where the elevator would be.
As we're running, Claire, you know Greek, right?
Of course.
Okay, good. You're in co-pilots in case we have to do it with air traffic control.
Okay.
There's
Gavin,
so
hop-
many buttons.
Up in the driver's seat. Claire gets in the co-pilot seat. We've got Mello and Jack in the back.
and the
Gavin.
young woman.
Flick, 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 flick. Then we see the thing try to go down until Gavin realizes he has to pull back, and then we see it lift up.
Oh,
And we have ourselves the final chase of Outgunned Project Medusa. Now, if you remember, we started off Project Medusa with a chase. So here's the deal.
and Gavin was driving then.
Gavin was our driver then as well.
Look how well it went.
Oh shit!
Just don't bet on the helicopter making it out at the end.
Call me Mr. Bookends.
You have 5 turns. Your need is 12. So if you look at the dial on the left-hand side on your screen, you've got 12 segments. If you look at the little gray box on the right thing, you've got 5 turns to do this in. You start off with a speed of 1. Each of you will get an action. And the action is going to try to close the distance, either by you speeding up or somehow hindering Stamos and his chopper. That'll increase your speed. At the end of your action turn, whatever your speed is, that's how many ticks we get on the 12. Then Stamos gets a reaction for all 4 of you. And if you fail any of your reactions, your speed goes down. And we just keep going back and forth. If by the end of the 5th time it doesn't happen, Stamos is going to get away. So as the chopper leaves off, who's going to be the first one that's going to try to do something to either speed up or slow down Stamos? You need a critical.
I'll
in order
start
to
it
increase
off
your
with the nerves drive. Get this chopper humming.
Perfect. Nerves drive from our driver. You're at speed 1 by default to start off with. You can go up to speed 5, but if you go up to speed 5, every roll becomes dangerous.
Indeed. All right. Let's see what we get. 2
All right, so
basics.
before you do anything, you got 2 basics. I need to know what you're doing, though. So obviously you're driving, so what exactly is happening here for you to close the distance?
So we're pulling out of the quarry. I think Stamos just went sort of straight up and out, and I am pulling the chopper through sort of the paths of the quarry to try to catch up to him by
Beautiful. You're trying to be the
shortcutting.
hypotenuse to his triangle. I love it.
Exactly.
All right, so you got 2 basic. You just need to pair either a skull or a heart if you want to do a reroll. Do you have anything that helps you on a drive roll?
No, and I almost took that as my new feat, but we'll push it. So
All right, let's give it a push.
see what we get.
Star does not
No.
help us. Speed stays
So I
at
dropped
1.
to 1
I've got-
basic.
who's next?
I'll go.
Jack, what are you
So-
going to do to either help Gavin speed this thing up to get closer or to slow
So
Stamos
I am going. I mean, we're in a quarry,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm basically going to backseat drive. I'm looking for areas where I can point out of, hey, if you turn left here, it may cut off thing. I'm thinking like a focus detect, looking for a shorter route through the quarry.
Excellent. Yeah. So to give you guys a sense of this is salt lands in northern Greece. There's huge pillars cut away from this, and Stamos is flying in through Millennium Falcon style, flying in between all of these different cracks and crevices. So there's times where the blades are hitting the sides of the walls, just barely making it through. But you're trying to figure out maybe a shortcut to cut them off. Let's do it.
Nice.
You got yourself your critical.
Okay.
We go to speed 2. Who's next?
I'll go next. And
Jack is yelling orders out to Gavin again. Backstreet driving Gavin, just like the way we started.
Yeah.
And I just kind of lean forward, and we have our little headsets on so we can hear each other. And I grab him on the shoulder. Gavin, I believe in you. I know you can do it.
Ooh.
And I use smooth leadership.
Love this. Little boost of confidence for the Gavinator. What is Gavin's reaction? Gavin, what do you say?
I think Mello has forgotten to put the headphones on. So he's like, he puts his hand on my shoulder and has this
He's on mute.
reassuring
Yeah,
thing, and there's just no sound coming out.
I'm on mute. I'm giving this great speech.
Why is
I'm
Mello
with
touching me?
Jack.
Mello, mic down, mic down.
Oh shit!
Oh my god, that's amazing. All right. Clara, you have the last thing to potentially get us to speed 3, maybe?
That's
I'm a
going to be the
fighter, not a
goal
lover.
here. I think Clara's trying to look at all of these dials and knobs on here and see if she can make any adjustments. Thinking we're in a quarry, it's the really dry air and maybe the aerodynamics. We just switch something up with the way the blades are spinning.
Love it.
The blade angle. I
what's
forgot
the
to set the
approach?
blade angle.
I'm thinking maybe focus detect on this.
Absolutely love it. Let's do it. Should we set the dial to 4 or 5? You got 2 basic. You just need to pair up and either get another devil or another heart. You got yourself your devil. We get up to speed 3. That's going to knock 3 notches on our thing. We're a quarter of the way there. At the end of the first turn, we've got some reaction rolls. It appears that Stamos has brought his own rifle. He's going to start firing on the chopper itself. Let's start off with a reaction roll from you, Gavin. He's got the shots firing. I am definitely going to need a nerves drive for you to avoid being hit by the bullets.
Okay. I would like to spend one of my adrenaline on this.
Excellent. That's going to give you an additional die. You need a critical or their speed goes down to 2.
Okay, here we go. There we go.
Got your critical. The speed stays at 3. Very nice. Those bullets are flying, and Donald, I need you to avoid getting hit by one of those bullets. So can you give me a...
I was thinking a nerves cool, because I'm kind of trying to lean out a little bit, and so keep from dumping in.
Let me think here. What do I like? I want a brawn stunt from you, sir. A brawn stunt to avoid getting hit by these bullets. You need a critical or you drop to a speed 2. You have 2 basic. You have 1 die left. You gonna risk it?
Yeah, I don't see a reason. So,
if you don't risk it, you still have 2 basic you could share with somebody else potentially.
right,
But it will drop your speed down to 2.
right. But if I risk it and I don't improve, I'll drop it down to
1 basic.
1,
Correct.
and I'll still have that 1 that I can share with somebody.
You sure can.
Okay. Sure. No, no pain, no glory.
Oh, you got it. Plus, you got an
And
extra
I get-
basic in your pocket.
Yeah.
You guys stay at speed 3. We got the choppers going back and forth, crossing through all of these different rock quarry crevices and things like that. Jack, the bullets are flying. Jack just barely pulls in just enough not to get hit by the bullets. All right, Clara. One of the bullets hits part of the mechanisms on there. You start to see dials flipping and turning on there. You're going to have to do something with the console in order to kind of bring the chopper back into line here. I need a focus fix from you, and I need a critical, or you're not able to stop the chopper from slowing down.
Okay.
Okay, you got your one basic, which allows you to do a reroll. You got 3 other die there. You just need another devil.
Come on, devil.
All right.
Mine.
But Jack saved the basic, which will give you your 3rd basic. So as Clara is looking on here, she's trying to figure out exactly how to like readjust in order to not cause the chopper to slow down. Jack, you pull back into the chopper to avoid the bullets. What do you say to Clara that allows her to know which dial to turn?
Top right, balance the line that's wiggling. So I'm kind of pointing at one of the at the I forget what it's called, but the thing that shows the horizon line
Artificial
and what
horizon.
angle we're at. It's like, that, so that's flat.
All right, perfect.
Thank you,
We stay at speed 3. Mellow, I think all of the bullets flying has caused you to lose your balance. You end up starting to stumble outside the open door. At the last minute, I am going to need a nerves cool for you to make sure that you don't unbalance with your girth, unbalance the chopper and slow it down.
All right.
So give me a nerves cool. I need a critical. Oh, you got a basic.
All right, re-rolling.
Which turns into a critical. You guys all stay at speed 3. That's huge that your speed did not reduce.
Ooh,
Who's
sweet
going
Jesus.
first on the action roll? Can we go up to speed 4? I think you need to if you're going to do
Alright.
this in 5 turns.
So
You know what? I look out. Go ahead.
okay, so you're saying that he keeps weaving toward the salt things.
Yeah, he is weaving in between all the crevices, trying to lose you. Whoever is driving
Okay.
this thing with Stamos in the back shooting his rifle, he's trying to lose you guys. He's not making it easy for Stamos to hit you, but he's making it hard for Gavin to stay on top of him.
Okay, so actually I need to look up a rule. So why don't you go ahead and go, Mel, while I look up that
Okay.
rule real quick.
All right. I lean out, and I said, screw this. And I'll bring out the assault rifle and take a shot trying to, disable the plane a little bit, the helicopter.
All right, so we're going to shoot at the chopper, see if we can't slow down Stamos'
Yeah.
chopper. Let's give it a shot. That sounds to me like a focus, or not focus, it's a nerves shoot.
Nerve shoots, yeah.
All right, need a critical for you to increase your speed up to 4. Get 2 basic.
And I have a free re-roll because I have, no, I don't. That's only for pistols.
You want to risk it?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to re-roll. Here we go.
All right, you do not increase the speed, my friend.
Oh,
Who's taking my second turn?
Okay, I'm gonna take the second turn. So I'm gonna flip mine to rapid fire.
Okay, talk
And
to
I'm
me about
also-
rapid fire.
So rapid fire says that when I do the covering fire action, I get a +1 to my resistance roll. Covering fire, which is what I'm going to use, is a full action. I don't roll, but everybody else in the group gets a +1 on their next reaction roll.
Oh, that's on their next reaction roll. Very
Reaction
nice.
nice.
Very
all 4 of
nice.
us will get, because the rapid fire will get the covering fire bonus.
Very, very nice. So let's remember, everybody gets an additional die now because of the covering fire from Jack when we do our reaction rolls to reduce your speed. All right, I've got Gavin and I've got Clara.
Does Dr. Khan still have her earcon in?
I think she does.
Clara's gonna try and push hers on and say, Dr. Khan, if you can hear me, we could use a little help getting Stamos off balance here.
I'm all tied up.
Do you see anything in the helicopter that could help us here?
I could maybe fall onto the pilot.
That could give us enough time to catch up at least.
What's your approach? We need a critical.
Smooth leadership, maybe? Trying to convince her to potentially
love
fall
that.
absorb this?
Yeah, I love that. Give me a critical to convince Khan to kind of like throw herself into the body of the driver to slow him down a little bit. That'll bring you to speed 4. Got a basic.
The basic.
You just need another heart. You got 3 die to roll.
The dice have gone cold.
I told you.
I don't think it'll work. Don't worry about me, but you've got to stop Stamos. You've got to stop him. But he can't die because the antidote is in his blood.
All right, we'll think of something. Hold on.
All right, Gavin, can you get us to speed 4, sir?
Yeah. So here's Gavin is going to pull the chopper around so that the sun is behind them, blinding Stamos when he tries to shoot at us.
Very nice.
I'm thinking focus and awareness.
Absolutely love it. To kind of triangulate to get that so that the sun will be in their eyes.
Let's see what we can get. 2 basics. Off the
Basic.
jump. I
You just
will
need another
push
skull
it.
or a devil. Oh, stay at speed 3. 1, 2, 3. We're now at the backside of turn 2. Now remember, on all these reaction rolls, because of the assault rifle cover fire being provided by Jack, you guys are going to each add a die to this. So make sure you hit shift before you do the roll so you can add that die. Let's start with you, Gavin. I want a straight, just nerves drive in order for you to be able to keep up with him.
Okay.
You need a critical. Make sure you add the die from the cover fire from Jack.
Yep, here we go.
Or your speed will drop to 2.
No
You got it.
problem.
And you've got an extra basic to share if someone needs it. So keep that in the back of your
And I
pocket.
got an extreme, so I've got 2 crits.
Oh, no, you got an extreme? Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Hold on. I missed the extreme.
Yeah, the sun is blinding.
You have 2 criticals and a basic that you can share. Bullets are flying everywhere. You're being shot back at, Jack. I need, again, a brawn stunt for you not to get hit. You need a critical. Luckily, there's a lot of criticals to hand around. 2 basic.
Do you mind if I
can
go ahead and
give
take
you a
that basic? Yeah. I'll
Yeah.
take his spare basic to make mine a critical.
Perfect. You take that basic. That gives you 2 criticals in there. We don't need to figure this out.
No.
Because 1 goes to Clara, 1 goes to Jackson. We are all set. We go into turn 3. You guys are at speed 3. You've got 2 turns left. And you have got only halfway there. You're more than halfway through this.
Okay.
So we're definitely going to need to get up to speed 4, hopefully, to be able to finish this off before our 5th turn. Who's
All
going
right.
to take the first action?
I'm going to shoot again, being inspired by my buddy over here while he reloads.
So you don't get a +1 because that was only
Right,
on reaction rolls. Okay.
Right. So I'm going to use nerve and shoot again.
Nerve shoot. Firing your rifle at the chopper. You got 2 basic. We need an extreme for you to be able to slow him down and increase
Right.
your speed.
Re-rolling. Here we go. No.
So you start shooting, but it just as every weave goes, we can see the bullets hitting the sides of the rocks, and the rocks are falling, but nothing is allowing you to gain on him at all.
All right.
Gavin,
Not
Claire,
my-
and Jack.
It's not my jam.
So I want to go last.
Okay, so Claire,
since
Gavin?
we didn't get the critical, then we should drop speed, right?
That is correct. Thank you.
From 3 to 2.
All right, so Gavin, your reaction. Let's do a straight drive. Nerves
So do we
drive.
drop during our phase?
No, well,
No.
it's
This is the-
my action.
It is the action phase, so no, it only
Right.
this is only to
Yeah.
increase. It doesn't, or does it drop if you fail? It does drop if you fail.
Yeah, when you
On an
don't
action.
when you don't
Yep.
hit the critical.
He's right. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll slam the throttle forward as we try to accelerate closer to the helicopter. So that will be Nerves Drive. And yeah, just gonna give it a shot.
There you go.
Got our
There we go.
critical. That
Ooh,
gets us
critical.
back up to speed 3. Very nice, Gavin. Clara and Jack, how are you going to increase or close the distance to increase that speed up to 4?
I think Clara's gonna try and fiddle some more with these dials and the levers here.
See if you can get a little bit more speed for
Speed
Gavin
shit
to
out.
take advantage of here. All right. What's our approach?
What did we do before?
I just have this
think-
image of Clara in the pasture flipping switches and moving dials.
Yeah.
What does this do?
Alarms go off. Nope, not that one.
See, about to press something that says eject. Oh, hold on.
Don't touch the lever by the chair.
Focus detect.
Love it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Just need a critical to get up to speed 4.
Come on now.
There you go.
Boom.
There we go.
Okay.
All right.
So
So-
we're up.
Jack, we need to talk about speed 5 before you
Yes.
tell me what you're going to do.
Okay.
You guys are at the safest maximum speed. At the end of Jack's turn, we're going to take whatever your speed is off of your current clock. You guys are halfway there. You're in pretty good shape right now. If Jack gets you up to 5 right now, that's fantastic. You go all the way up. But if you guys stay at speed 5, every action you take when you roll a 1, which is the little eyeball symbol, you lose grit. Things get dangerous. So there's an argument for going to 5 to go ahead and click it off to 5 and then maybe let Stamos lower us.
So this is why I wanted to go last,
Yeah.
is because if one of them got us to 4, my plan was to do covering fire again. But if one of them didn't get it to us, I could then try to get us to 4. So I'm doing covering fire again.
So we see the clip pop out of Jack's clip. This is not his gun. Somehow he has another clip for it anyway. Boom, pops it.
I made a point of grabbing extra clips in the
did,
previous
right?
session.
And we just see bullets flying, and it's just causing this driver who's very, very good. Maybe a little bit better than Gavin. I don't know. We haven't figured that out yet. But these bullets are flying from Jack. All right, so everybody's going to get a +1 to their reaction roll. Let's start off with you, Jack. Give me that bronze stunt to avoid getting hit by Stamos's fire. Need a critical, or your speed drops to 4. I got to give you guys 4. Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 basic. Save them to share it, or are you going to risk it?
I think I want to save them to share.
All right. You guys are in great shape. You guys only
Yeah.
need to stay at speed 2, right?
Right.
Who's next?
That's
Reaction
rolls,
goes
right?
to Clara.
Okay.
Clara, I think I'm looking at the thing here.
Nerves cool.
Yeah, I'm thinking nerves
She's
cool too
flipping
here.
Switches.
Well, I think everything starts blinking red. Gavin's just like, do something! And in order to get all these red lights to turn back to green lights, I need a nerves cool for Clara to keep her stuff together.
All right. We're going to use an adrenaline so I can use Outsmart for
Excellent.
this reaction roll because I do not have a lot in cool. So I'm giving myself a good chance
Nerves
here.
no instead.
We're going to use Nerves No and
And don't forget
Clara
your +1.
and a +1.
Very nice.
Ooh.
Just need a critical to keep us at speed 4.
Nerves +1.
Click, 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 boom, 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 boom. You've got 2 basic to share with somebody else. You're able, all these red lights start turning yellow lights, become green lights as Clara continues to go forward. Mellow,
Yo.
She saw the
You-
reset switch earlier. That's all it was.
give me a bronze stunt so you don't get shot.
All right.
Please tell me you didn't try turning it off and back on again while we're flying.
Right.
Just that sudden gut. Ooh.
Just like drop.
Tower of Terror. Oh. It's 3 basic, better known as a critical. We stay at speed 4.
I like to do it the hard way.
All right, that leaves me, I think, with Jack on the reaction. You're going to be at a +1, Jack.
Nope, I did my first reaction.
Oh,
Yeah, Gavin.
Gavin. Sorry, Gavin.
So we should have dropped 1 because I failed.
Got it.
But
Yep.
we have 4 basics between me and Clara to give Gavin.
There's no way for you to fail. You guys are going to fill this out. So as we're winding through, one last shot from Mello goes out. And at the last second, Mello goes, go right. We see a chunk. He didn't shoot at the chopper. He shot at the rock above the chopper. We see the rock come down, hit the blade. Gavin goes right just as Mello tells him to avoid the rock itself. And we see the chopper land on top of one of the mesas.
All right.
Crash lands. You guys are up above in your chopper.
All right. Take her in, Gavin.
Set her down. Nice and easy.
Claire's like, "Ooh."
Stamos steps out. He says, mano y mano. 1 against 1. I win, and I leave here in your chopper. You win, and get a vial of my blood.
Oh. Okay. I think I can. I got this.
Okay.
Jack, if I lose, I want you to shoot him in his face, though, okay? Adrenaline!
Yes! Yes!
Yes.
Literally the first spit take in the history of the channel. I just spit all over my stream deck.
I'm gonna take an adrenaline, big boy.
Save that for later.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh my god, that was really funny. Oh my god, I literally just spit take. Oh my god, that's funny. Hold on, everything's still working. Okay, that's good.
Sorry, sir.
So we see Mello start to walk towards him. Stamos, his perfectly coiffed white hair, his white suit. The white jacket slides off of him. He takes off his shirt. He's got a tattoo on his chest. What is it of, Roger?
It is of an eagle. Spread wings, claws out.
I don't think his suit allowed you to realize, Mello, just how ripped Stamos is. He cracks one wrist, he cracks the other wrist.
I take off my tattered. I've been locked up in a bunker shirt on, and I start loosening up and start flashback into the Kumite when I had to fight Frank Dukes.
Mr. Jackson.
Kumite.
Kumite. Stamos.
Is what I heard about that basement in France true?
It depends on what you heard.
All right, so I've got good news and bad news. Good news is you have 4 actions, but only one of you can fight with Stamos, which means only one of you, Mello, has a reaction roll to take. That's the good news. The bad news is his defense is critical, no big deal. His attack is extreme, which means when Mello is reacting, if he does not get an extreme, he takes 9 damage. He also has martial arts. Good news is so does Mello, so they cancel each other out. He's got hard to kill. He's got bulletproof vest, so heroes suffer a -1 when trying to hit the enemy with firearms or ranged weapons. He has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's got 9 grit with 3 hot boxes and a nice selection of special actions. All 4 of you are going to get actions. Only one of you can be mano a mano with Stamos, and that is Mello.
Okay, well,
This is
Mello
the final
has-
fight. This is all of this comes down to here.
no pressure. All right. Well, I have martial arts combo, and I also have Die Hard. That's my trope. So,
You
let's
slowly
go
are
for it.
walking towards each other. He's slowly peeling clothes off until he just has this nice, pressed, perfectly pleated white pants. He is shirtless. He's ready to fight you, Mello.
I give him the bow and show him the. I have a dragon on one arm and the tiger on the other side for Kempo, and I get into my stance, and I say, "Anytime you're ready, fella."
Do you know
be
Kung
gangster.
Fu?
My kung fu is strong. Do you know kung fu?
It's your action, Mello. You
All
need
right,
a
here we go.
critical. You're gonna have to get. You guys are gonna have to do 9 criticals to take him out.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Easy.
There's one.
Damn good start.
Now I'm gonna take my free reroll to see if I can make that better.
I think that's a great idea. There's no downside here, right?
Absolutely should.
All right, but that was a smart move, though. You're gonna draw first blood, Mello. What's that look like? As you guys are slowly walking towards each other. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I think we do the basic, feel each other out, circling each other, little feints here and there, and then we kind of touch hands like in what was that first big movie? And then I just hit him first. I get him with the first little backhand, and it's a hard backhand, and I clip him on the side of the face, and I'm going to use one of my adrenaline and do combo. Like
Ooh.
white and take 2 grit. I don't have to
Oh,
do that
that's huge. So that takes me to a hot box.
already.
That gives him
Jeez.
an additional adrenaline. That gives him an adrenaline. That was going to happen anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So the first thing You backhand him. He steps back. There's a little bit of blood on his lip. He touches it. How does the extra grit happen?
And I follow it with a palm strike to his chest.
Ooh! Leads me to believe that, in fact, what I heard about the basement in France might be true.
The basement was real, baby. Let's see what you got.
Clara, Jack, and Gavin, you are on the periphery here, but you can still do grit damage potentially to Stamos. Who's next?
I'd like to sneak over to his helicopter and try to get Sita out.
Oh, getting her out of danger could definitely lower his desire to be a part of this. How are you going to do that? How are you going to try to rescue Sita?
Crime and stealth, baby.
Absolutely love it. Crime and stealth. His defense is critical for him for this to be successful.
Perfect. Sneaky, sneaky.
Ooh,
That is extreme.
my
Super
man.
sneaky boy.
That's 3 criticals. That's 3 grit on Stamos. 1, 2, 3. He's got 4 left, but he's got 2 adrenaline. He's going to go ahead and spend 1 of them. Nope. Yes, he's going to spend 1 of them to do counter. After a hero is dealt a blow, the enemy quickly counters with a sharp blow. The hero loses the same amount of grit as the enemy. He took 3. You take 3. As you pull her away and you push her to safety, without even looking at you, he does the slow, perfect balance side kick and knocks you to barely off the edge of the cliff of this mesa.
Oh shit.
Take 3 grit damage, please, sir.
I like to think that Gavin is saying, "Hey, Mr. Steal Your Girl!"
Clara and Jack, you're on the sidelines. Gavin has gotten Sita to safety, but has paid the price for that. Mello is mano-a-mano, face-to-face. Stamos has 4 grit left.
Clara wants to go back to our helo and grab a med kit to look for a syringe.
Ooh,
We need blood.
interesting. All right, so you find a syringe and a med kit inside of this one of the compartments of the chopper. You can try to draw some of his blood.
Yes.
All right, what's our approach?
Well, I think here this might be nerves. To try
Nerves
it.
makes sense.
And maybe
If you're gonna go nerves, I have to think cool, unless you're gonna go outside of the attribute.
Or so, yeah.
I could see crime
Maybe-
dexterity.
crime dexterity. Okay. I see that.
Yeah, right. So the fighting is going on. You're gonna try to slip behind there and draw some of his anecdotal blood.
Yeah, he's focused on kicking Gavin. I'm gonna just
Too basic. I just need another basic, which you're not going to get with 1 die. So I need a skull or a star for you to draw that blood and do 1 grit damage.
come on now.
Yes.
Hey!
That skull. Very, very nice.
That's clutch.
All right, set the scene for me, Clara. There, boom, kicks Gavin. Gavin goes flying,
So
taking
while
the worst
he's
of it.
still, since he did this slow kick as he's getting into it, and his arm is leaning out the other way, I have the syringe and I just jab it into his arm and pull it back out with the stopper.
If you already have my blood, then you don't need me alive anymore.
Exactly.
Yep. I'm gonna spotlight to shoot him.
Oh, Jack is going to spotlight to shoot him to do
And,
3 grit damage.
Yes.
And I look at Stamos. It's always some gangster shit at the end, and I step aside.
First rule of special operations: cheat.
Where are you when you take the shot, Jack?
So I'm still at the helo, and I've been taking the time to aim because I'm sniper. I'm sniper trained, so I'm just taking a sniper shot. From this range, I can't miss.
So you shoot, and it does 3 grit damage. Gives him another adrenaline. He takes a shot. Boom. And he falls back. And he turns to you, Mel, and goes, I thought this was going to be a man-on-man fight. Tell your friends to back off. As he stands up, you see the blood coming off his shoulder. Unless I'm too much.
Oh, Stamos. You always think this is supposed to be a fair fight. No, brother. This is real life. We're here to win. Take the shot.
So we have 4 reaction rolls, right? Or did I time this right?
Everybody?
Did everybody act?
Yeah. Yes.
Everybody acted. All right, 4 reaction rolls. He's going to spend an adrenaline to use foul play. If a hero fails a critical reaction roll in crime and awareness, they lose their next action turn. So he is taking dirt and just doing nasty work here. So he's going to go ahead and spend foul play. I need each one of you to take a crime and awareness roll. If you fail, you're going to lose your next action before we get to these reactions.
Well,
he's going to get 2 reaction rolls in a row if you all fail.
Right. I'm going to spend my last adrenaline and use counter, so I can use brawn and fight.
All right.
Requested skill.
Perfect. Brawn fight to avoid the sand in the eyes.
Yes. You say I need extreme for this for my reaction?
Nope, just a critical.
Okay. Just a critical. Okay.
All right, you get to act next turn.
Okay.
Gavin?
Here
Can
we
I
go.
do? Oh, never mind. It's not. Don't worry. Sorry.
Boom.
You get an action next turn. Clara? You get an action next turn. He's throwing dirt everywhere, and you guys are like, "What are you? What are you doing?"
This is a sandbox, Stamos.
Jack. All right, Jack.
We're almost there.
Don't ruin the streak.
Oh.
Jack is no action next turn. All right, I've got one more adrenaline. Just make sure.
So I'm guessing that when I turned, the dirt got into the guns. The guns jammed. I'm having to jam it next turn.
Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. All right. One reaction turn on Mello. He walks up to you and he goes, "We're not fighting fair." And you see a switchblade drop from his pocket into his hand. And he slashes you.
Oh.
This is an extreme to not take 9 damage. Brawn stunt.
Brawn stunt. Heard. All right, here we go. Extreme
You need 4 of a kind.
stunt. Jeez.
Do you have any adrenaline?
Nope.
Okay, you got a basic.
Get a free reroll.
So that will turn this from 9 damage to 8 damage. How much grit do you have left?
I have all 12 left. So
Okay.
yeah. So I'll do the free reroll because it's martial arts.
So 9 goes down to 7. Take 7 grit damage.
All right.
What does that do for hot boxes for you? Anything?
I think I get to my hot box. Let me go back to my character sheet here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope.
Oh, you didn't hit bad yet. Very
Nope.
nice.
Nope. It's just
There's only one reaction when he is mano-y-mano. 4 actions. I just need 1 critical to take out Stamos.
oh, you want to bring a knife to a gunfight? Oh, okay. So I pull out my Thai fighting sticks. Like, where'd you keep? Where were they?
Please don't tell us.
Right. It's like in the Highlander series. They always seem
We
to
know
have-
you were in prison. We don't want to know.
So brawn and fights.
Just need a critical. How do you take out Stamos?
Hold on, I want to do a free roll. I'm greedy.
There it is.
Talk to me.
So he brings out the knife and he slashes me, and he slashed me across my my stomach, and I pull out my Thai fighting sticks. And if anyone's ever seen the movie The Perfect Weapon, when he just walks these sticks up and down the body, just wearing him out and walking him like the dog. And then my final move is a roundhouse kick to the head, breaking his neck. Kumite,
Pilot.
fucker.
In the background, we see the pilot run off the mesa, jump, and his parachute opens as he floats away. You have rescued Sita. You have rescued her brother. You did not get the briefcase. Medusa is gone. But you have a vial of his blood. If ever Medusa was to raise its head again. I want to cut back to a diner in the southeast part of San Diego. Carter has asked you, did you secure Medusa? What did you tell him? Clara, he's your contact.
Medusa won't rear her ugly head ever again.
Do you have an antidote?
Unfortunately, we were unable to get any to bring it back with us.
So we see the 4 of you sit down with Carter at this diner, the retro diner, 50s diner. There's a sign on the door that says last night, closed for business tomorrow. He slides a briefcase over to you and he looks you in the eyes, Clara, and he goes, I know you're lying, and I know where you hid the antidote. Let's go to credits.
Part two. Bring the gang back together.
We are back. Um, we only need thoughts and stars. There's no wishes. Because this is the last episode of this run. I'm going to start. I felt like mechanically the game held up the entire way. I felt like we were always moving forward. We're always more action, more action, more action. And I think the mechanics helped us with that. I'm still struggling as a GM or as a director in this game, figuring out how much pain to bring. Because there's a lot of tools available to the players, right? The plan Bs, if you're doing a non-one shot, the spotlights, I think I probably went a little too light. I think if I run this again, I'll go a little bit harder. But our action heroes succeeding is part of the game. We go into this saying you're not going to fail. You are going to be victorious at the end. So maybe I'm wrong. I'll have to think about that a little bit more. The biggest thing I will say is for those of you that are going to run Outgunned, which I'm a huge fan of, spend some time with the players really explaining the genre and the type of game they're about to play, because I felt like all four of you leaned in. You got so creative. Everything felt like I was watching a Mission Impossible movie or Face Off or Die Hard. Like you all four of you did a great job of playing the game that we were playing. So that's the last bit of advice I'll give is definitely run the game, definitely buy the game if you don't own it, but spend a little bit of time saying, hey, this is what we're doing. Right. And man, oh man, it's not about win or lose or anything. It's just like what I feel like we went through an entire 3-act action movie, which I think was very, very cool. Donald, thoughts and stars.
So thoughts. At first, I was going to disagree with you, but I think I am going to agree with you a bit on the balance, because I feel like with us just doing the extremes all the time, while it was a bit of a challenge, we never really had to worry about grit.
Yeah.
And so, I agree that the goal is for us to succeed and not get into the death roll, but it also feels like, well, I think we had 2, maybe 3 conditions, which maybe that's the right amount. I definitely feel like I never felt like these are just mooks. We're wasting our time because they're never going to be able to hurt us. Which I've had in other systems where you either feel like you're bouncing off of a brick wall, it's brick wall, or they're a bunch of feather, hitting us with pillows.
Yeah.
And so I never felt that way with this, but I definitely agree that.
Yeah, and I agree with you, Donald. I think I could have gone a little harder because I think we missed the death roll system with the 6-chamber gun is really cool. And I would have liked to have seen that a little bit more. So I'm with you. I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Stars for the entire 6 episodes. What really worked for you?
The group definitely worked for me. I mean, I was having a blast. But and that one I'm going to put on you, because this is the 3rd game. Well, 4th technically, because I did By the Queen.
Yep.
And I've never felt like I had a bad group that I was playing with.
So lucky.
I really, really loved Mello, making you do a spit take and then getting that impossible, because none of us expected that.
Neither things.
And the other star was the innovation of the players, going back to the group. And it's part of it with this system is designed to help foster that. And we've had conversations offline that there are some systems that are derived from wargaming, I'll call them.
Yep.
Where it's really not designed for you to be innovative. It's designed for you to pull your sword and swing and swing and swing and swing and swing, and maybe 8 or 9 turns later you finally drop it.
Yeah.
And so I like the fact that the system fostered that, and I like the fact that this group really leaned into that of these are my strengths. How can I leverage my strengths and not just make everything a true just combat encounter?
I think the best example of that I saw, we saw several of these, right? So this is not the only example, but I think the one that really encapsulates that for me, Donald, was Roger having Gavin go for first of all, create the emergency alarm button that didn't exist, and then disable it to lower the grit. Like, that was a perfect encapsulation of this system for me.
Mhm.
So I'm with you. Allie, thoughts and stars.
I mean, I really enjoyed this game a lot. I am not like an action movie aficionado. I told you guys at the beginning of this, I don't know if I could really count the number of action movies I've seen on one hand. So for me, this was a little out of my comfort zone for genre. But I do think, to your point earlier, Craig, that the time you spent with us talking about the genre, giving us examples of what the feel was going to be like, and letting us kind of have these conversations with each other before the game, and then even during too, really helped. It helped me feel comfortable coming into something that I wasn't very comfortable with on a role-playing level, I guess. Because I wasn't sure if if I describe this is going to be like action movie, right? But Claire's a bit of a badass. Surprised myself a little there.
And I gotta say, Clara ended up being the badass.
It wasn't the intention either, which is funny. But I think that is a cool thing about this system.
Yeah.
Is even though she's the brain, and you have these tropes, and you have there's still freedom in building the character and being able to use the feats in the way that you're setting up the moves, where you don't feel like you're in a box.
Yeah.
With what you can do with the character. Yes, they have their strengths, but you can still find ways to move outside of that and make it a well-rounded and interesting character to play.
So when you think about the highlight reel, Allie, what of all the 6 episodes, is there one scene or one moment that's going to just stick with you?
I have 2. One is Jack getting to do his ballroom dance.
That was amazing.
And 2 is actually when Mello started off a session with his incredible motivational speech to all of us. Because Troy didn't tell us he was doing that. This was not something that we all expected. And so the reactions from the rest of us was kind of like, oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. I'm feeling it. And it felt so genuine. And that just, I think that setting the tone for that session, I think that session was one of my favorites out of this
That was
game.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. Roger.
That's me. Yeah, I mean, of course, by now everything's been said, and I have nothing new to contribute other than to echo.
I didn't put you last this time, though. Give me a little bit of credit.
all of the great things that have been said already. Great table, great players, great GM. Yeah, you could have been harder on us, but there was a time when Gavin was one grit away from getting taken out, and I still have a condition that I haven't shaken. So, some of you may have walked away a little bit unscathed, but
Gavin is forever changed.
Bumps and bruises, and he's no longer got a gremlin. So, I mean, I think that I really suffered the most through all of this.
We all succeeded through you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it was. I was the linchpin to the whole thing. Clearly, no. I mean, it was great, all around great. I think the shame of it is that it feels like this session we really sort of got a handle on the system, the push pull, the looking for alternatives, and now the game's over. So. Now we've all got system mastery, and we're ready for season 2.
Welcome to Third Floor Wars.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I know you said no wishes because it's the last episode. I just hold a wish out there. I want these characters in an Outgunned Adventures so we can have a cyborg Gavin. And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, Two Little Mice, who makes this system, also has a version called Outgunned Adventures, which has different genres, and it's a little bit more expanded. So you can do more of a sci-fi cyberpunk feel in that one.
You can do just, and they've done a great job of supporting just about anything when it comes to just cinematic. It's really cool.
Mm-hmm. So that, I mean, stars.
Of all the set pieces, all the scenes, all the moments, what stood out the most?
I really liked Jack hiding all the knives.
That was really bizarre detail that was so informative.
I hide a knife here. I'm like, oh, okay.
That was fun. I liked Mello in the truck with Alphonse.
Loved that scene.
That was just couldn't have happened to a better character. And yeah, I mean, just there was no lull in the pace. It was just like an action movie. Boom, boom, boom. On to the next thing. And so that was really emulated the genre well, told the story well, and there was still room. Sometimes you go action, and it just feels like a punching bag.
Right.
There's nothing behind the action. It's just action for action's sake. We've all seen those movies, and they're trash. But this one had the action, but had the story behind it, the character development,
moments.
Yeah. So
I agree. Last but not least, Troy, thoughts and stars.
Well, I have a different take on you being easy on this. If the system it's geared for us to fail forward, but when we take damage,
It's very true.
Like I took 7 from one hit, where when we do damage, it's very incremental. It's like one at a time. So, and it's just the dice were with us for most of the series, except for when Gavin was getting, knocked around. So I don't think it's a question of being harder. It's just the nature of the system, because it could that whole fight with Stamos at the end I could have easily got taken out. That's why I was like, yo, shoot him in the face, I get knocked down.
Basically, if Stamos gets 2 shots at you, you're done.
Right.
With an impossible like that, like you're in trouble.
Right.
Especially if you go into it with 1 or no spotlights.
Right. So
but
it's a great system. I like it because there's no, like, as the director, you can just say, okay, we're here, and now we're here. There's no hex crawling. It's no, we have to do random encounters on the way, driving over. We don't get pulled over by the cops. It's just, here's the scene, and here's the next scene. What you going to do? So I love that part. When you like the one session where you just, I didn't really have anything made up. I had to roll some things, and here come Alphonse.
Yep.
So,
and don't be afraid to do that as a GM. To just and it's a weird balance, because I'm going to give what appears to be so much contradictory advice. One, shut up and let your players wallow in silence. Let them spend some downtime together. Let some moments arise. But also, don't be afraid. Like, and you saw me do it when they went from Sitta's office to the lab. I could have had them run into some more guards, go through some more stuff, but I was just like, we've done that. We've played that out already. There's nothing new I'm going to learn. There's nothing new they're going to learn about the game or about what's happening right now. Cut to the lab. Let's just go to the lab, right? And same thing, like when they finally figured out where the elevator was, take them to the top of the thing. Take them to the helipad. That's the next action thing. I think there's a little bit to be learned there about not being afraid to cut and go to the next scene. You don't have to role play and go through every step of it through that. But at the same time, also shut up and let your players lead and follow them as they go. So it's a bit of a balance. I'm sure we're going to see all 4 of you again on the channel. I had an absolute blast playing with all of you. I can't imagine a world where we don't see Outgunned adventures on the channel. So watch for that, which is the not next version of this, but the next iteration of the Two Blind Mice. Can't thank the 4 of you enough.
Hey, thank you. Thank you.
This is amazing.
Take care, all.
And remember, if things get too slow, waiter ninjas pop out.
That's right. Waiter Ninjas, baby.
Always.
Howdy, friends. Thank you for watching. All our content is archived and organized in playlists on the Third Floor Wars YouTube channel. Check it out. And if you could like, follow, subscribe, and even set your notifications to this channel on YouTube and Twitch, we'd appreciate it, and it'll make sure that you catch all of our content. I talk with creators, designers, and experts across the gaming landscape in every episode of our podcast, Tabletop Talk. Open up your favorite podcatcher and search for Tabletop Talk from Third Floor Wars. Support your creators. They make the content you love, and it's your support that makes it happen. If you want to help us, go to Third Floor Wars on patreon.com, and you can help us for as little as $1 a month. Thanks again. We'll see you next time. Take care.